Alrighty.
All right.
Welcome to WP.
All right, we're doing an introduction.
It's going to be snippets, isn't it?
Yeah. There's your intro.
Ever changing.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're continuously evolving it, right? What is it today?
It's at its most complicated place. I was telling you this, but because I'm speaking to loads of different people, I'm trying to describe what it is. And we're bringing healthcare into the digital age. And what does that mean? About 25 different things. Because people kept asking, the people that I'm speaking to kept asking me questions like, oh, so do you do direct to consumer? Do you do B2B? And the answer is just like, yes. We do all of the above. But essentially anything that comes with helping a brand go digital, specifically healthcare brands, whether it's to their consumers, to their business partners, to anybody.
I think it goes hand in hand with that question we just had previously of World Products essentially helps clients, brands, preferably specifically in healthcare and pharmaceuticals, become more digital friendly, be ready for where we are in 2021. Yeah. We kind of use this carefully. Brands that we work with have been very good at what they've done for a long time. You know, they're extremely good at retail, offline retail in particular. But when it comes to what the consumer requires in 2021, they struggled with that. And what we do is we basically hold their hands through the journey, help them transition over and evolve into a more digital first company. My mum, she started this from our garage, and it was just a bit of a part-time e-com business for her. My main goal, and without getting too corny, is I just wanted to learn this industry, because I had zero experience in e-commerce other than buying the odd parcel on Amazon Prime, ASOS. I didn't understand it, but I knew that it was big, and I thought that the barriers to understanding it was really high. It was for very techie people. You know, you had to know various things. When it didn't really come to, what I soon realized is it didn't come down to that, and the barriers to entry were actually quite low compared to other industries. So just wanted to learn as much as I could in e-commerce, but also generally in business, like staff, kind of like business finances, what you need to do, down to paying council tax, or kind of your business rates, little things like that I had no experience in. Obviously in uni or previously, you don't get taught that stuff.
You're really going to sit there and go, I was keen to learn about, especially now, how much tax we pay.
Yeah, no, so I wasn't
so pumped for that.
I wasn't keen to pay it. I was keen to learn about it.
Just to understand it. Okay,
well,
right.
Yeah, maybe somewhere. But what it does is, the more you're learning, the more you have confidence. Because at the time I was like, I don't get this, I don't get that. Like anyone, especially at that age. But the more you just get thrown into it, experience the really big lessons as well, then you build your confidence. So learn. I guess learn is the learning as much as you can on the job. It's a really difficult one, but I do know that we're pushing forward in software and more of a service-based company. We're very product focused. It's a big thing that we do for companies. What we are noticing is a demand for certain tools in e-commerce for sellers, brands, and so on. And that's only come from the experience that we've had working in this industry for quite a while now. It's been a good chunk of time where we've seen it change. So now I think, it goes down to the pickaxe mentality that we say of, rather than just servicing our clients, let's give them the tools to service themselves as well.
We have to face facts that in 30 to 40 years, e-commerce might not exist. Or maybe even in 10 years, e-commerce might be completely different. It's a very strong possibility. And we have to be open to that.
Yeah.
We can't just go, well, this is what it's like now. Let's invest everything into what it is now. If it changes later, who are we going to blame?
Absolutely.
You know?
So it's the same for both an organization and a per individual.
Yeah.
You know, you
definitely.
can't, I don't think there are very few careers or businesses that can just sit around these days. Probably could have done that about 50 to 60 years ago and had a good business for 20, 30 years. It's not the same now. We can't be the same company we are now in 5 years' time. I'm born and brought up in Leicester. Wasn't a huge fan of it when I was growing up. It tends to be the case with a lot of people when they grow up in a certain place. It's like, I want to go out. I was heading to London, direct out of uni. That was the plan. I wanted to live that city life and everything. But firstly, I needed to move back because I had very little income. So I needed to set this up. My mum was here, so we did it together. A lot more affordable. We rented a room from the Leicester City Council. Cost us a very minimal amount. So it was a really nice room as well. We had our racks for our products and everything, and it was really nice. So we started off there. What we soon noticed, there's a few different reasons. Firstly, it's because we were based here. It's where we wanted things to go. But as time has gone on, a few things. We have a warehouse facility. You try and have a warehouse facility in the city, such as London, or other major cities or nearby, the cost dramatically increases. And that affects your clients and the way you sell product, because at the end of the day, we are facilitating orders for our clients on behalf of our clients. Labor costs as well, things like that, because obviously the standard of living is a lot more expensive, so you need to pay accordingly when you are in the city or major cities. So you need to take this into account, especially in e-commerce, where you're competing against anyone who's shipping anywhere from the UK. Someone could be shipping in Scotland and paying very little in terms of rent. So as much as there's a huge attraction to London, that part is really important to take into account. That the warehouse and the facility, the fulfillment facility, has to be somewhere where it's you can keep costs lean.